Now at 7, a new Netflix documentary chronicling the life of famed TV astrologer Walter Mercado is streaming now. Known for his colorful capes and giant jewelry, there's a lot people don't know about this international superstar. I spoke with the filmmakers to find out why they wanted to tell this story.
Walter Mercado's path to fame seems as though it was written in the stars. The eccentric astrologer died last November, but in his final years, he opened up his home and his heart.
Okay, I'm ready.
To a film crew for a new Netflix documentary.
If you're Latino, you kind of took him for granted because he was such a ubiquitous part of the culture. And you loved him, and you always loved him. But Walter's kind of larger than all of us and all of it, and he kind of transcends boundaries and cultures. We're so excited that after 50 plus years of having him to ourselves, we'll now be able to share him with kind of a wider audience.
Co-directors Kareem Tapsh and Christina Constantini, along with producer Alex Fumero, brought the project to life. All three have fond memories of watching Walter since childhood.
Getting dropped off at my abuela's house in Westchester, and just getting like almost violently shushed when he would come on the TV, he was like a mystifying wizard, and I wanted to know how he got on the TV and then what happened to him.
I watched Walter with my grandmother almost every day. Whenever she would babysit me, I would sit on her lap and this magical wizard would come on, and I was just obsessed, and I couldn't look away.
In 2017, Fumero and Tapsh were discussing Mercado's estate sale when, as Walter would probably say, the stars aligned.
The afternoon that Kareem and I were gonna talk about his contact with Walter's family, Christina calls me 30 minutes before that call and says, "I heard you're obsessed with Walter Mercado. I want to make a movie about him." And I was like, this is some weird cosmic situation. It must be Walter in the stars, organizing this.
Mucho Mucho Amor, the legend of Walter Mercado, paints an intimate portrait of the man whose TV persona was larger than life. From humble beginnings as a frail child in Puerto Rico to worldwide fame that happened almost by accident. The documentary explores Mercado's magnetism and why he vanished from the public eye years ago.
I think the surprising thing you'll find is that the Walter that you see on the TV isn't too different from the Walter when the television is off, in the sense that he's very sincere, he's very loving and passionate. He gives off this energy of love and peace and calmness to everyone he ever meets, and he always makes you feel like you're the most important person in the world.
I witnessed that firsthand.
I feel so grateful to the people here in the museum because they are going to touch a little of my essence.
I interviewed Mercado last August when some of his capes, jewelry, and other precious mementos were on exhibit at History Miami Museum. It was his first public appearance in almost a decade. A snippet of our conversation actually made it into the documentary. At the time, he asked to read my palm, and even I couldn't resist his charms.
And you love what you do. You love your work. For you, it's quite important to do the best in your work.
I know that you guys had actually reached out to see if we could incorporate it. I wish we could have made it happen, but I think, Alex, the day you emailed me, I gave birth that day. Yeah. So I didn't get to the email till
I just had this realization while we were talking to you. I was just like, oh my God.
And you have a power of recuperation.
No, he didn't predict my future. That was never his style. In fact, he never usually said anything negative in his horoscopes, opting instead to spread hope, positivity, and yes, lots and lots of love.
Mucho, mucho, mucho qué? Amor.
We need more of him right now, and I think it comes down to that, is that there's so much hatred, there's so much division nowadays that Walter's energy is infectious, and I think people are it's resonating with people, which is incredible.
Mercado died just a few weeks after the crew wrapped filming. The documentary is streaming now. The Miami Film Festival is hosting a watch party tonight at 9, so you can watch and then ask the filmmakers questions about the project on the festival's Facebook page.
Well, what he read in your hand is true. You do care a lot about your work.
I really do. I love this job.